Hello, my celestial beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. If you're new, welcome to the Family and Soul Tribe. I hope that this pick a card reading about Mercury Retrograde, how it's going to affect you, what do you need to know to prepare right now, blesses you, and you're able to gain guidance for the next few weeks, okay? And if you're already a part of the Celestial Tribe, you already know the deal. We back with another one. Okay? All right. So if you picked on this video, you kind of have a gist about Mercury retrograde, and I wanted to talk about that for a little bit before we jump into the pick a card piles. I already picked out 3 crystals, so yeah, we can get into it. So Mercury rules communication. It rules communication, and actually its day is Wednesday. I'm going to be reading from my book, The Ultimate Book of Shadows for the New Generation Solitary Witch. Is by Silver Raven Wolf, because she's a big author when it comes to helping beginning witches. She practices the Wicca faith, but I don't identify as Wiccan, but I am a witch. So therefore, it's a really good tool to use. Like, I got it in the beginning of my practice, and now I'm finding, you know, some things that I didn't really understand. I'm digging more into it now, and this book is very helpful. I will say I went into a Botanica, and I was looking at different books trying to find stuff, and they had a book of this, a copy of this, and I looked, same information. So don't let this big book scare you, and I feel like it will be something that you can always go back to. So I do recommend this book. But the basic energy for Mercury is communication, and Mercury happens about 3 times per year, around 3 weeks at a time. So what will happen, or what we can expect from people or us, we can get into fights, arguments, communication snuffs of all kinds, travel delays, electronic and mechanical breakdowns, misplacing items, computer viruses, and it's a bad time to buy computer-related projects or load software. So if Apple or Android come out with a update, I would not recommend updating your phone during this time, or I wouldn't recommend getting a new software. Be careful what you go onto on your computer. Pay attention to social media. Social media might break down or come down. We noticed that on one Mercury retrograde, I believe last year or 2019, like Instagram was shut down during Mercury retrograde. So just be mindful of these. Also be mindful of your communication with others. I would recommend you check out the Leo full moon reading that I did during one of my weekly essences. We go into all about finding courage and strength and doing all these things, and it's all about the mind. It's all about how we react. But again, we're going to get triggered during these times, and we just need to be mindful of it and gain more alligator skin to weather this storm. And it's like Mercury retrograde also has to do with communication, right? So that's throat chakra energy. So you might not be able to fully communicate how you want to. You might stutter a little bit more, or trip up on your words, or things like that. So just be patient with yourself, be patient with others, especially if they can't really express what they want to say, or you might be misinterpreting what they're trying to say. Okay? All right. So we're going to get into the pick a card section, and the first crystal here is Chalcedony. These are all throat chakra crystals, okay? So group number 1. Group number 2 is Sodalite. It's a really deep blue. It almost looks black, but it's like a really pretty navy blue. And then we have African turquoise. Okay. Very pretty. All shades of blue here. So you can pick group 1, 2, or 3. You can meditate on this. Take a little time. I will use the sound bowl to use this time as while you're picking your pile. This is to clear the energy, to open your heart, open your spirit to the messages that will go on during this reading. And I hope you all enjoy. Beautiful. So we're going to start with pile number 1, or group number 1, okay? So you chose the Chalcedony. Chalcedony. I will encourage you to look up this crystal, see what properties will work for you in order for you to utilize this. And yeah, let's get into it. We're going to start off with, actually, yeah, there we go. We're going to start off with the Soul's Lesson cards to get kind of like your affirmation and what you need to focus on for Mercury Retrograde. For group number 1, what do I need to know? So, like 4 cards, probably 1. Guilt. Guilt. But first, focus on that card. Look how beautiful that is. Guilt. So it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Okay? So you might feel guilty for something that has happened in the past, or you might feel guilty during this time of Mercury retrograde. Something might go down. You might have said something that hurt somebody's feelings, something like that. And this is Spirit just saying, let go of the past, release any guilt, release any beliefs about yourself, about others that don't serve you in your soul's mission, okay? So let's continue on this. This is a Psychic Tarot. I will say also where the Leo full moon is very close to Mercury retrograde, the beginning of it. And after Mercury retrograde starts, we have the 4th quarter moon in Scorpio. So you might want to utilize both of those moon phases in order to release this feeling of guilt, this emotion of guilt, because guilt can actually, this is like a vibration of very, very jagged vibration. It's a beautiful card, but it's like a jagged vibration that won't give you a clear path of where you need to go. Okay? All right. So the first card out, we got Sacrifice. This is the Hangman energy. This is just knowing what is and freeing yourself from it. Not really giving into the muddiness. Also knowing that, also forgiving the darker sides of yourself. That's what I'm getting. Forgiving the darker sides of yourself and coming out of that, coming out of this stagnant energy and being free. and being free, releasing yourself from this. Also acceptance, accepting what is, accepting what has been revealed to you during this time, and making something beautiful out of it. Okay. I also feel like with Mercury retrograde, this is passion ignited, Ace of Wands. So you might come upon something that you have maybe put on a back burner that you're picking back up. This is a really good time to pick up a study that you didn't, you've left behind. So say if you wanted to get into astrology and it just wasn't clicking. It wasn't clicking for you, but all of a sudden you pick up the same book or watch the same video or read the same article. It starts to click a little bit more. It starts to, your understanding now is more open to receive it. So really make sure you're studying. You're studying, also questioning what you're consuming. Also questioning what you're consuming, because if you can back that up or use it, trial and error, that will help as well. Okay. Ace of Cups, this is Love Begins. This came out in reverse. So I will say this is a time where you need to work on your emotions and work on balancing them, okay? We do have two aces close together. So this is new beginnings for you in a sense, because also we do have the new moon in Aquarius that will happen during Mercury retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, okay? So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. So as far as your loving beginning, there might be some lessons you still have to learn. You might feel guilt in trying to love someone, or you might feel guilty of how you treated somebody in the past, or you might feel some type of emotion or some type of feeling that you've had about yourself to think that you don't need to accept love, don't need to be in a state of love. So this is something that you need to work through. And the universe is here. The universe is here to say that all that you want to bring into this life is yours. This is saying to have hope, to when things are getting rough, the obstacles are coming about, just make sure that you really utilize this as a lesson, and knowing that whatever you're wanting to, whatever obstacles you have are here to set you up for the future. And standing your ground is going to help that. This is Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. So we have two wands here on the table, and this is a lot of fire energy. You might be a fire sign picking this. So this is really working through emotions and knowing that guilt can put you in a state of very low vibration to the point where you don't express yourself. You don't express yourself, or you don't express it in a really healthy way. So I feel like you're standing your ground as far as saying things confidently, and also knowing when to step back. When to know enough is enough, and standing your own and walking away. So I feel like this is you being the bigger person in this as well, and knowing that any arguments that may come about, or any, like you said, like computer viruses, car breaking down, but I really taking this as like any arguments that has gone on, or anything that you can get through them. And I know I read that book, and also exes might come back. This sometimes, like when you read a book, you forget all the other stuff. So exes might come back. And with this, I mean, if somebody from your past comes back, you need to know this is probably why you feel guilty. You might feel guilty because you might be giving them another chance, or want to give them another chance. They probably ignited your flame at one point. You know, they probably getting you together, but ultimately Spirit is saying no. No, there's no love here. The reason they left for a reason, and they're probably using the guilt trip on you to get you to come back to them. Well, you didn't do this the way I liked, or you know, back then. Or they trying to say they feel guilty for leaving you and they want to come and bring you back. But this is you standing your ground and knowing your worth and saying no. No. No, 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 no. Okay? No, okay? And look, at the bottom of this subject, friendship. You can be friends, maybe. You say, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. In a season, I want to say, in a season, okay? Drink some coffee. All right. So let's get into the chakra cards for you, my group ones. Oh, look at that blue. Look at that throat chakra energy. Creativity and self-expression. Beautiful. I will say, I'm already feeling like Mercury retrograde-ish because I was not stuttering at all doing my other readings. I'm like, that's all right. Get this going. All right. Back to the chakra deck. Chakras they need to work with. Look, heart chakra, forgiveness. Forgiveness. So forgiving yourself. Forgiving other people, but also forgiving yourself for any emotions that you have, for anything that might come about, any arguments, any impulsive speech words that you come out, any yelling or arguing. It says letting go, healing, growth, compassion. So letting go, releasing the guilt that you have, releasing anything that you have put in to that's put out into the world that you really didn't want. You know, we also have double rainbows with the sacrifice here and forgiveness. So this is a storm that has happened. This is a storm that has happened, and what it did was clear the path. This is the whole reason, like Mystic Storm. It cleared the path to something beautiful, to a new life. So if you just open up and let go of that, then you know that this was ultimately for your highest and greatest good. Okay? All right. We're going to go to the Black Moon astrology cards. Yeah, Mercury is here because I'm just feeling like, wow, this all over. Fire element, look, desires. So this is 3 fire elements here because the passion ignited and then staying your ground is wand energy. So this is you really working on, you need to harness that guilt, any like negative energy, release that so you can bring in what you desire, okay? You can work on creating something, work on learning something, so that way you can then work on building something beautiful, okay? Really working on your desires. Fire element also, again, you might be a fire sign, or you might not have a lot of fire in your chart, okay? You might have a low fire chart or a high fire chart, but this is saying incorporate fire in your practice during Mercury retrograde in order to work through stuff. You can use fire to banish, to eliminate, and you also can use it to grow and build to create more passion and more creativity. So use it to the best of your abilities. I feel like you'll be using it definitely for healing, to banish like a holy fire, okay? And then you can also use it to have, to take action, to also work towards your goals, okay? This is the Whispers of the Ocean. Okay, thank you. Total submersion. Let's go. Let's go. So it says, don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give it 100% of your energy, and you may find what your life has been lacking. Beautiful. Number 32. So yeah, like I was saying, you might be using the fire element to, yes, of course, release some things, but also get you going, get that action flowing. So that way you can work on a project or work on what you desire. You probably are finding your passion right now. So that's beautiful. So totally just submerge yourself in the project and study and learn and grow. Okay, you might use this as a way to work on healing what has gone on, you know, in the past, or you know, maybe the first couple of weeks of Mercury retrograde. Okay, we talking about arguments and all that stuff, so I had to pull out the Angel Romance deck just to see what else is coming, or what else Spirit has to say here. Thank you. Separation. So it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So this might be something what you're guilty of. You might want to let go of a partner. You might want to, or a friend, or, you know, this time away. It might be a good thing to really take time for yourself. And separation doesn't mean the whole Mercury retrograde, y'all gonna be done. But I will say relationships are prone to, people are prone to break up during Mercury retrograde and then end up getting back together after. But so if you're in an argument, you might need to just take some time for yourself. You know, just take some time and get your thoughts together, and then come back and then communicate. And that way you can release some of these emotions and firmly communicate what you really want to, okay? So communication is going to be hard during this time, and really try to get your point across. So just make sure that the time apart is well worth it, that you are still actively putting in that work to get a sense of what you're feeling, okay? Good. And then lastly for you, we have the Wild Offering. So I hope you all enjoyed your reading about Mercury retrograde. If you like what you heard, you know, make sure you like, you subscribe, so that way you can get more messages like this from me. Thank you. True Offering. True Offering. It says, may I release the fears, illusions, and addictions that keep me from true offering. May I relax into your plan, trusting that the next steps will always be shown. Use me, love. Use me for the highest. I am yours alone. Okay? Yeah, so you're doing a lot of releasing during this time, so that way you can know the next steps to take. Okay? So I hope that you all gain some guidance for Mercury retrograde, and that you're able to utilize what has been shown to us on the table to better navigate this time, because it can be tricky. Mercury retrograde does not play with us, and it comes 3 times a year. but it's also a blessing. If you work with the energy, you can rediscover some things and find new passions and find new ventures. So use it to your benefit. But there is some healing that has to be done in the process of this. So I hope you all enjoyed number ones, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my group number twos. This is your reading, okay? You picked the Sodalite crystal. Pretty. There we go. All right, we're going to get into it. We're going to start off with the Soul's Journey deck. Spirit, what messages, what guidance do you have? What does my group number twos need to know for Mercury retrograde? Health. Health. Look at that. Pretty. So health, it says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Okay? So taking care of yourself during Mercury retrograde is key. Focusing, so if you have been neglecting any aspects of your health, if you haven't been taking your medication, if you haven't been, you've been slacking walking or doing some exercises, this is saying get back on track. Get back on track. Because once you start, it will blossom and help you reach the goals that you want for your health goals. Now, we can be talking about body goals, but it's health goals. Like, are you healthy? Making sure that you're getting your vitamins in, making sure that you're getting your heart rate down, making sure you're getting your blood pressure down, things like that. So honoring your body, because your body, this is where our five senses are. We talk about spirituality, but we neglect the body. Sometimes we do. Be grateful for your body. You only get one body in this lifetime that you're aware of. Okay? So taking care of yourself is very, very important. Okay? Okay. This is the Psychic Tarot. Okay. I'll do one more. One more. Beautiful. All right. So yeah, as far as your health and stuff, you have to lay firm foundations. So working on having a better firm foundation for yourself. This could be solidifying a better practice as far as exercising, or setting a reminder in your phone to take your medicine, or strengthening your workout routine or your meditation, your morning routine. You might need to develop a nighttime routine. Are you are you going to sleep, or are you just falling asleep? Are you setting yourself up so you can have dreams, you know, not good dreams, or dreams that you can remember parts of your dreams, so that way you can continue to get messages from the universe. Okay? Also, this is Three of Wands, partnerships and alliances. Okay, so with this, you might need to team up with some people in order to help you be motivated and be on task. Okay, for some things. And then we have passion ignited. This is Ace of Wands. You're getting your momentum back. You're getting your flame back. You're getting your confidence up. So this is you working towards that, okay? But in order for this to happen, you have to have a good foundation. If it's rocky, if it's shaky, it's not going to hold you. It's not going to sustain you. It's not going to help you in honoring all of who you are, okay? You might also receive some things about your health during Mercury retrograde is what I'm getting, because it's all about communication. So you may hear some news to where you have to start a better regimen, all these things. And that has to also deal with Saturn. We have to learn these lessons. And or if we say if you get a call and you're almost you're pre-diabetic or something like that, so you need to take the necessary actions to take in order so you don't get diabetes, right? So this is laying clear foundations to set you up so you can live a prosperous and joyful life. So 8 of Wands came out. It came out in reverse, actually. And it says accelerated motion. So that means this is not going to take, it's not going to be a one and done thing. It's not going to be something that is quick and easy. The health, the body, it's of this earth. It's not going to be quick and easy. It's going to take time. So you need to, this is why the foundation is here. This is why you need to continue to work and also have discipline and also have consistency. So this is you working on making better choices for your health so you can be consistent, okay? I feel like this is going to happen. You're going to gain more consistency. Mercury retrograde is going to help you with that because, look, we got the full new beginnings. New beginnings. You're taking this venture. You're taking this leap. You're taking this step in order to get back on board. Don't be afraid to reach out for help, to reach out for guidance from others, because that's going to help you in this new venture that you're going on, okay? So, yes, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just keep the faith and know that you have it in the bag. You got to take action and responsibility. Action and responsibility. That is good. All right. This is the Chakra Insight cards. Okay. Creativity and love with throat chakra at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So creativity, you might have to find something. This is matching up with the passion ignited. You might have to find some creative things to get you motivated, to get you pumped up, right? This is also saying that you're going to find creative ways to do things that you love. So if you don't, again, we're talking about health. So say if you really don't like exercising, how can you make it fun? A nice walk at the park, have some nice scenery, you know, or going to the mall and walking around and all this stuff. Something creative in order for you to still have fun and get your workout in too. So this card says imagination, expression, originality, passion. So this is also saying that your creativity is going to be enhanced during Mercury retrograde, and whatever projects that you have put on the back burner, it's time to at least get those started again. Again, laying clean foundations, getting motivation. You might have to listen to a podcast, listen to a motivational speaker, call your friends, call your coworkers, something like that to get you motivated and get excited to do that. Okay. So the next card here is love. So opening up yourself, opening up your heart, showing love and compassion to others. Also showing love and compassion to yourself. Loving yourself where you are. Don't be shameful or blame yourself on where you're at physically. Making sure that you are showing unconditional love to yourself. Okay. This is the Black Moon astrology cards. Tell me how y'all feeling, group 2. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Okay. This one. Water element, sensing. Water element, it almost pretty much looks like the creativity card, right? This is being fluid, being free, being adaptable. Okay, so this is also saying within your communication, because Mercury rules communication, that you're being more in tune and going with the flow with things. So when things hit the fan, when things get a little triggering and all that stuff, you're working on having a better grip on your emotions. Again, laying clean foundations. That's your goal. And even though this health says I honor the physical vessel includes the mind. Includes the mind. And Mercury rules over the mind, right? With communication. So working on your emotions and working through those, loving yourself, loving others, sharing, expressing yourself in a more efficient way will help during this time, okay? It doesn't happen overnight. Doesn't happen overnight. So there may be some slip ups, you know. People might talk slick to you. That's what I said, slick. So people may be talking slick to you and you don't, you know, you don't like that. You don't like that. But it's, you know, you might have some hiccups. It's okay. But just knowing that you can work through them. See, this is saying replacing what was lost. Look at that starfish. Knowing that you are the star. Knowing that you are beautiful and you are alluring and that you can attract what you want, okay? And this says you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. So this is matching up with the love card, loving yourself, taking time, self-love, self-care, making sure you're getting a fresh perspective on things. You know, we have the new beginnings, the Fool card. This is clarity. This is taking that leap of faith and trying new things, making creative instances in order for you to navigate through what you're trying to accomplish, which is beautiful, okay? And then we're going to get into, that was the secrets, whispers of the ocean, whispers of the ocean. I know this Mercury retrograde is already, like, it's in this reading, and this is having me like, huh? What is really going on? But this is the Romance Angels deck, because we talk about fights and arguments, so relationships, exes may come back, things like that. So we just want to see what the Romance Angels cards have. It says trust. The situation is calling you to have faith. Trust. So trusting that you already have everything in line. Trusting that you have put in the work to have this momentum going, right? Trusting that the partnerships or relationships that you have within your circle are for you, okay? Are for you. And trusting that you all can endure any battle. You can endure any battle. So if you and your partner are having arguments during Mercury retrograde, just make sure, rely on that foundation that y'all have, that y'all set. Rely on that, because things might get rocky. Things might get rocky. And that's okay. You have to be in a state of flow. Okay. And this is the Wild Offering card. Patience. Patience. Trust and patience. Trust and have patience. Trust and have patience. Okay. It says, if you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met, then change soon follows. So when problems arise, just embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace the problem and not try to shift it in your favor, you know. And also, just if you have a relaxed feeling, just knowing that things will work in your favor, change happens after that, trusting that all will be well. And at the bottom of the deck, it has creative blocks. And since we had creativity, I do want to read from this. It says, if you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all your work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this to the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Okay? So yeah, just offering your gifts, because remember I said you might find something that you are passionate about and you want to start working on that, right? So just offering your gifts to the divine and knowing that what you're doing, trusting that you can do this. You can do it. Replacing what was lost is also, you might have lost your creativity. Now you're gaining it back. Okay. Just be patient in this process. Okay. Good. There's a B on this card and a B on the other card. So you may want to look at the symbolism for bees. May want to incorporate bees in your practice, or to give you like that motivation to keep going, you know, during this time. So yeah, that's food for thought. So I hope you all enjoy group 2s, and I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my group number 3s. This is your reading for Mercury Retrograde. You picked the African turquoise, okay? Beautiful. You may want to incorporate this crystal in your practice. Research it, look it up, visualize, meditate on that crystal, things like that, all right? So we're going to hop into your reading. This is the soul's lessons, or the soul journey, lesson cards. That's what it's called. All right. What messages do you have from our group number 3s? Thank you. Envy. So it says, I am the same as everyone, but with different challenges, okay? I am the same as everyone, but with different challenges. So this is saying you might have a little green in you, okay? But it's no reason to envy anyone, to covet anyone, because we all go through battles. There's no reason to put someone on a pedestal. There's no reason to put yourself up on a pedestal and belittle other people as well. So this is saying, release that envy, release that jealousy, okay? And focus on your challenges, okay? Because what you're jealous about, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors, okay? So there's no reason for you to, you know, be in that state of jealousy. You don't know how hard somebody else worked to get to where they are. And then if that's the case, you need to focus on the challenges you have and work so you can get to where you need to be, okay? All right. This is the Psychic Tarot. Yes. Look at that. Intuition. That's High Priestess. Then we have Power. Okay, it's a Strength card. Then we have Crown Chakra. Okay. Solitude. You're getting all the, that's the Hermit. And, ooh, Deception and Envy. 7 of Swords. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Spirit don't play. Okay, intuition. So during Mercury retrograde, you might need to work on, it rules communication. It also rules the mind. So working on your intuition, you might need to study more on intuition work. How can you trust and develop your intuition more? How can you unlock the door of your mind to receive messages? Also have your intuition trust you, because you might have been neglecting your intuition for so long that it doesn't really trust giving information to you. We also have power. Power, this is strength. It came out in reverse. So this is saying that you need to know that you have the strength to endure. We have just left the Leo full moon. Okay, so we're probably, while you're watching this, it's in a 3-week span. So we might be still in that full moon cycle, approaching the Aquarius new moon, or we're already in the Aquarius new moon, going into the next full moon. So, but this is saying this, you need to remember who you are. Remember that you are powerful, and that it's no need to covet or be jealous or envious or of anybody. You need to worry about you and yours. Okay. And this is trusting, having faith, okay, with the crown chakra. Working with, this is also like with confidence too. Having that faith that all that you want to manifest is coming about. And also knowing that you're powerful. Knowing that that your vessel will sustain you in any instance. And it's like I'm putting my hand over my crown, and I can feel the energy of the crown. And it's just like, just to have that faith and that knowing, and knowing that you are powerful, knowing that spirit has you, that God has you. Okay. And this is what you're working on during Mercury retrograde. Okay. This is you working with the mind, working with your spirit. Okay. Getting that intuition back up, regaining your intuition, restoring that balance, okay? And how can you do that? Taking time to study, taking time to be by yourself. Go in meditation. Write down the messages you hear. You might want to do writing automation. You might really want to focus on your dreams. You might also want to, meditate and write things down. Study on working on your intuition and working with your power. Okay, so if you're envious of someone else because they already have a whole bunch of followers, if you're a creator or an influencer, or they're already monetized, or this person over here is doing what I want to do and now I can't do it because they're doing it. No, you can still do it. You can still do it. This is a part of you communicating, a part of you expressing yourself. So don't feel like just because somebody else is doing it, that means you can't do it. I'm going to share something with y'all. I had a friend, a childhood friend, that went on to college, but we end up being roommates, and we don't talk anymore. And this was a time when we still had flip phones, and now we was getting into smartphones, and the person was like, if you get a smartphone, I don't want to be your friend no more because you're trying to be like me. I wasn't envious that she had the phone. I wanted my own phone because I'm going to college. I want to do things and all this stuff. So don't worry about what other people have. Don't worry about somebody else that's also trying to do the same thing as you. It's no reason to be upset or trying to say like somebody's trying to copy you. Now, people, don't get me wrong. People out here doing that, and you have to use your discernment. But something as simple as that, it's no reason. It's no reason. That's when you have to check yourself and know, like, what's inside of me. Why am I so jealous that this person has this, or this person is also trying to do this? Why can I turn that green of envy to this green of love and sharing, and knowing that I don't have anything, like I'm protected either way, and that me doing this and this person doing the same thing is not going to hinder me from my growth. Okay, you don't have to put on this mask, or you may have to put on a mask to hide your envy if this is something you're working through. You know, your jealousy may be exposed during Mercury retrograde, so you do have to put on a mask to others while you're working through it. But also know you don't have to hide from yourself, knowing that you can work through these issues and uncover what the root is, you know, why you're really upset, and then working with your intuition, and know at the end of the day you're powerful and you can do whatever you set your mind to. Okay? Okay. We're going to get into the Chakra Insight Oracle. Okay. What additional messages do you have for my group 3s? Additional messages for my group 3s. Look at that. Crown Chakra came out again. They came out in reverse, and it's crazy because this card is 43, which equals 7. This card is 7. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. And then, deception and envy is 7. So 777. Working on your faith, working on your spirituality. It's a spiritual thing why you have this envy, why you have this jealousy stirring up inside of you. It's some type of program and some childhood stuff that you have to work through. Knowing that you can working on your crown, holding up your crown, fixing your crown, having that faith. Woo! Having that faith, okay? And it's also, this is desires. So with the faith card, it says hope, support, miracles, spirituality, right? So knowing that you are supported through this, through whatever venture you have, knowing that you are supported through this and that you can get through it with the assistance of your spiritual team, okay? Working with yourself, working with your higher self, working with spirit, working with your ancestors, things like that. And then once you get out of this jealousy and this envious trait, you'll be able to realize what you really desire. And that way you're attracting it. It says goals, passions, craving, fulfillment. You're finding fulfillment within yourself. You don't have to look at outside people to see what they're doing and then get mad at what they got. No more. You focusing on you and yours. Having faith that what you're putting out there to the universe to give you, you will receive it. Okay? Attracting. Okay? And then be mindful of your thoughts. If you're envious of other people, that's probably gonna have them get more than you. You know, think about that. If you're worried about somebody else, you sending that energy to them. All right, look at that. Desires again. Fire. So desire. So using the fire element to work on your passions, to put that jealousy and that envious energy towards something that is going to ignite your flame, something that is here to help you grow. So you might really be into spirituality. I mean, you're watching this, so more than likely, yes. So this is taking Mercury retrograde to really study that, so you can gain more knowledge in that, so you can work on your faith and working through that stuff. Okay. Also, you know, you can also have other things that you are passionate about, but it's just heavy on the spirituality. I feel like that's your desire. That's your desire. You're wanting to heal. You're wanting to grow. You're wanting to help others as well. And that's what I am, the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. So you can use what the healing that you're using for you and to help others. Okay. You might be a fire sign. You might have also picked another pile. If another pile was calling you, I would suggest you to check that out. And I won't say this because I didn't pull this card at one of the piles that I'm thinking about with you, but it also had this card at the bottom of the deck, and it's crazy that it's at the bottom of the deck for you. And I didn't mention it in that pile, but this is Uranus, genius. This is really showing that you need to work with yourself, work on studying, work on that, and also allow yourself to explore different avenues. Because Uranus is very spontaneous, it's erotic, right? That's why it co-rules Saturn with Aquarius. It gives like the spontaneity, but it also gives us like restrictions, right? So you might want to explore different things within spirituality. This is why you need to start working on studying more and getting into books and reading and listening to podcasts and watching videos and all that stuff. So follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow the inner guidance within you. Work through it and know that you will be led to your truest and highest desire. Okay? All right. We're going to get into the whispers of the ocean. I'm feeling this. I was like, Mercury retrograde. It's good to know that it's exposing some things that we need to work on, and then also knowing that we can get through it. I mean, we can get through any obstacle. We know that. But it's good to see when spirit really shows out. All right. It was 2 cards. I don't really just really want one. All right. This one says, be insightful and established. It says, ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past and the future. So this is working on intuition. This is working with the crown chakra, like all of that, being in the present moment. This is why your power, your strength, your courage might be down or depleted. This is why you're focusing on other people right now, because you're not in the present moment. Not in the present moment. So working through that and really working through yourself, you might have to really focus on getting into a sense of meditation. So that's the only way you can really elevate. Man, oh man, I tell y'all, I was like, I'm going to get my meditation game up so that way when Mercury retrograde comes, I'm more grounded. And I can already tell. Now, don't get me wrong, people been trying me, you know, and it's a process, but I know I can see the growth. Okay, I can see the growth, and that's what you have to do. You have to work on this for during Mercury retrograde, so that way, even though it might not be perfect, nothing is perfect, but you know where you really want to be. But pay attention to the present and be grateful for the growth. Okay. This is the Romance Angels cards because we talk about relationships, arguments, exes might pop up, things like that. So it says children. Ooh, children. It says your love life is being affected by children. So you might have children. And it might be, I'm hearing you may be envious of your children. They might be getting a little bit more love, you know, from your partner. You have to work through that. That's something you got to work through. You may find out that you're pregnant during Mercury retrograde. There might be arguments about children custody battles, things like that. And that's probably why you are envious. Like, you're jealous. Maybe the children want to stay with the other parent versus you, and things like that. It can be a lot of things with this children card. But it can also mean with the inner child, your love life is affected by children. How's your love life affecting the inner child within you? Okay, it might be bringing up that childlike energy of being jealous, of being angry, and being envious of other people is triggering. Okay, so, and it's funny because at the bottom of the deck here it says let go of control issues. So we want things how we want it, and we want it right now. You might be throwing a tantrum. That's that childlike energy. You know, people say, you know, be a child, the childlike energy, your inner child, have fun. But you forget children, they throw tantrums. Okay? They're afraid. You know, so don't forget that. So let go of control issues. It says allow this situation to unfold naturally. And then look, it has two parents and a child here. So if you're going through a custody battle, just let it unfold naturally. Let go of control. Have faith, right? Have faith that this is going to work in the favor of the best favor for the child. You know, the best favor for the child. All right. All right. And we're going to get into the final message from the Wild Offering. I hope you all enjoyed your reading here. All right, let's see. The final message for my group number 3, compassion. Compassion. It says, as you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and new experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever-deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. Compassion. Turning that envy to compassion. Okay, turning that envy to compassion. Accepting yourself where you're at, accepting who you are, and allowing growth to build. Okay? So that's beautiful, my group number 3s. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all gained guidance for this Mercury retrograde. We got it. We got it. It's a learning process. It's to help us to grow, and it's also to expose some things that we further need to work on. So I hope you all enjoyed. Have a wonderful Mercury retrograde, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.